Hello and welcome to an instructional activity video mini on the topic of economics being brought to you by the Georgia Department of Education. My name is Tania N. Davis, and I'm just going to give a really brief overview of economics as it's presented in Units 1 through 6 of our Georgia Standards of Excellence. In Unit 1, it provides the overview, and then Units 2 through 6, you'll see that economics or the concept of economics is dispersed throughout those units. It might be in the form of scarcity, it might be spending and saving, or something of that nature, or trading and bartering, like with Mary Musgrove. And so this is going to be just an overview for us to share together. We're going to always begin our units with students, as well as during our planning time, with the standards. The standards allow us to know where we are taking our students to, as well as to allow the students to know what the expectation of their learning is by the end of the unit. So we're going to present the standards daily, but also as an overview for students too. So focusing on money, sharing with students what money is. A medium of exchange is a way to get the goods and services that we would like to have or secure. Using money makes trading easier than bartering, and having opportunities to show and explain how that is, and then how money has evolved over time and that it comes in different forms. Long ago, money might have been shells and beads or spices. Today, or moving forward, we have paper money and we have coins, and then even today we have electronic money that we can utilize from our phones or our computers. You also would want to provide an overview of the earlier concepts of economics, like needs and wants, goods versus services, consumers and producers, and supply and demand. Most students learn these very thoroughly in first grade, but sometimes they don't. We can't assume that they have. So making sure that we set this foundation of understanding before we move forward, and then sharing with students what economic choices are and why we have to make them. So we cannot have everything that we want. We can try, but we can't have everything that we want. And also teaching that because of scarcity, we have to make economic choices as well. One area that you can really focus on is opportunity costs versus benefits. That can be a little bit confusing or a challenging concept to teach because the word opportunity sounds very positive and promising, but it is in fact what the students are giving up. So having opportunities to practice that, get that vocabulary down really well, give students scenarios maybe that even involve dollar amounts, and if I have this much money but I want to purchase X, Y, and Z and they cost this much, what can I do? So you could also tie in saving with that as well, or holding on to your money for 2 more weeks, or working for another month, or doing chores to earn the money. So great ways to have good conversations and in-depth practice with that skill. And then moving into allocation, there are a variety of ways that resources are allocated, giving your students, again, that vocabulary, those rich discussions, but also possibly the opportunity to act them out. I found this to be really helpful in my classroom. So first come, first serve, lottery, contest. Personal characteristics is hard for them to, sometimes can be hard for students to grasp, but practicing that as well. If you're wearing a red shirt, you can line up first. If you have blue eyes, if you have green eyes, if you have a gray backpack, just different ways that you can use personal characteristics and bring those things home for students to understand. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I know it was a mini. You could interact with us and ask questions, provide feedback on our Facebook page, Georgia K through 2 Social Studies. You can interact with us on our community website as well, Georgia Department of Education, and find us in community or on community. And then go to Inspire, please, to find more instructional activity videos, the full-length videos, as well as our minis. Again, my name is Tania N. Davis, and thank you for this time with me.